Becky Lynch comes in, low blows CM Punk. Seth Rollins gets the win, retains his championship. The power couple of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins standing tall at the end of the night. Nick, take it away. Your thoughts, brother.
Clearly, Seth and Becky coming together. This is setting up down the line for Cody versus Brandy. On the other end, Cody and Brandy versus the Rollinses and the Lynches. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
How about this, though? How about this?
Wow.
No, I'm joking, mostly. How about this?
Kind of.
Instead of the Vision or Visionary, the Vision, how about this? The Seth Riders. You guys like that? Does that work?
Seth Riders.
It's a joke on people saying they're copying the Death Riders story.
Oh, I like that.
But they added a kick-ass young lady to the group, and I was like, what about the Seth Riders? Is that funny? By the way, great main event. A couple different things. Yeah, I don't know how you want to break this down. The match was fun. I was watching as an analyst going, are we going to give this? I know in my head, most likely there's no title change, blah, blah, blah. Everything I'm thinking in my head is like, oh, all the guys who beat down Roman got kicked out of the building. They're on last. Somebody new is coming out, possibly to join that team, whether it's before the match or after. I don't know. But it's a four-way. There's no DQs. Let's see what happens. Watch everything play out. I was looking for one time to have the entire world go, this is LA Knight's moment right now. I know he's not winning last night. I'm sorry. I think he's not winning. But I want to see if it's set up to where it's like, hey, everybody gets their time to hit a finish and do something and blah, blah, blah. Is it set up to where we get, as a crowd, get a 5 or 10 second window to go, oh my God, he's going to do it. That moment of like, everybody's shattered on the ground and he's climbing the ladder with the briefcase there and nobody's to be found. Do we get that one believable moment? And we do something to where it's, I forget the movements. It's LA Knight kicking everybody's ass. We get something. We get it. We see the callback to the table outside where Punk may or may not have accidentally bumped him. We get so he gets his moment. LA Knight time, kicks everyone's ass, counters some shit. We pay off the story with him and Punk falling through the table outside, turn something back around, hits his finish. They zoom out. No one is anywhere to be found. And I go, holy shit, they're going to make this work. Here we go. And as they zoom in, this is why the production team and the truck and everyone behind the scenes, your agent, your producer, this is what makes that cinema thing that everyone says is bullshit. Everyone says cinema for their favorite guy winning a match. This is what makes this so damn good. The fans, for 10 seconds, looked around and said, no one's there. If you're watching at home, you just see the finisher with an empty ring, and now LA Knight is pinning and winning. At 2.9, Uso blows into the screen, and you just see his fists and head just to break it up in time. And it's one thing to have the emotion, the story, the movement, have everything work. But when the production tricks me, I go, he's not winning this match, but there's nobody there. And I go, holy shit, what do we get here? And that is something that when you talk about it all day and find your moments and find your cameras and talk to your agent, that is some shit that gets me to jump out of my chair. It was so beautifully done. I wanted to make sure it wasn't just like LA Knight's going to hit his finish a couple times, get thrown into a table, and then we'll get down to the real guys. The story's Punk and Rollins. It was beautifully done. And I cannot stress enough on the truck making the calls to cut that to where I was fooled for a second. That part I love.
Nick, even to expound upon that a little bit more, why I love it so much. Because watching it on TV, you're right, everybody's down. There's nobody around. They've built this moment up, and now the screen is just filled with LA Knight and Seth Rollins, and this is it. Holy shit, LA Knight is about to win. And then all of a sudden, a body comes flying into frame because they made us forget about everything for that split second. But what is even more impressive is that they can get the arena to forget that Jey Uso is out of sight and out of mind also. When you're in the arena, you can see everything. But Uso did such a great job of making you forget that he was there, that the fans start to lock in. Their eyes just focus on the two guys involved in the false finish. And then out of nowhere, holy shit, where did he come from? Well, he's been there the whole time. You can see him. But he laid so low, and they made you buy into the action that's going on in the middle so well that even the people in the arena were like, whoa.
That's a great point. They can see, even if they're focusing on the ring, we get a special zoomed in shot of like the extent of it is half of the ring at the most, and we're zoomed in on the pin. And even them seeing, they know he's coming. Sorry, they don't know he's coming, but the timing of it, like at 1, he wasn't getting up, crawling in, getting ready to jump up in the air and hit it at 2.5. At 2.5, he slides in and he just gets there at time. That's the real cinema thing that everyone's always pretending to know what they're talking about. That got me. I go, I know this isn't it, but I don't see it. Like I was as an analyst going, how are they fixing this? Don't kick out of his finish. Let him. And I go, oh shit. Perfectly done. Everyone involved. And by the way, Seth is another one of those guys. He takes the DDTs and whatever you call LA Knight's finisher. He takes it like RVD getting pogo stick spiked.
Yep.
And it makes it look so much better than I'm a good bumper. I'm a good seller. I can't do that on DDTs, and it bums me out. I tried. But, man, watching Seth take it, it looks like if you were watching an independent show, like someone just got like, oh, it was a mistake to bump on your head like that. But he's got it down to a science and makes it look so much more believable. Everybody did their part there, including people behind the scenes. And that was a 2-minute chunk of the entire match, which I thought was good.
On Friday, we thought Seth would go over, as he did, but it was an important night for LA Knight to continue to get over. Do you think anybody took that get over step in that match? Was Jay more over? Was LA Knight more over? Was CM Punk more over?
I don't think anyone was, even watching just as a fan, you're like, everybody had their moments, but I feel like even as a crowd that was hot as they were, they go, this is going to come down to Seth and Punk. And there is, if you pay attention, there's a couple of minutes of just those guys. And I had to like rewind a little bit and go, how long has everyone been out of this picture? I went, man, it was a little bit of time, but that is the difference in, hey, the timing matters here. But if you've ever been in it, you've done this a million times, but if anyone listening, you've been in a ladder match, and I've been in 8-man ladder matches at WrestleMania. So it's even slower than normal. And when you do something crazy, you're laying outside with 5 other guys sometimes for several minutes in a row, but no one is focused on you. We're watching the stories happen in the ring or around it. So that's totally fine to happen. And to have it go even slower with, clearly it's just down to these two guys. Let's see what happens here. And then we have the masked intruder. And really quickly, a couple people online, because I wanted to see what everyone thought. A couple people online are like, why did Becky cover up? She's in a no DQ match. She's helping her husband. What? And I said, I didn't say anything. My thinking is, my God, in wrestling, you have these few and far between moments. Let's not know who it is for a second, to not just get a second reveal. It's somebody interfered. Somebody cost Punk the match. Who is it? Oh my God, Seth is champion. He's going to be, this is unreal. And then you get a second jump of, holy shit, it's Becky. Because I bet a bunch of people, even the people that when this group started, said, Becky's the obvious one. And I was like, yeah, it's too obvious. Like, let's figure it out. Even those people were like, who is the guy that just punched CM Punk in the balls? And everyone goes, oh shit. So this is a showmanship moment of, these two guys are the two guys really fighting for it. This is the moment where the baby face has the match in his hands, and now someone screws him and you take them down a notch, and now you reveal who it is and you go back up a notch, and then you let it all settle in. That's why that shit happens. It's good showmanship.
And I'm going to take it one step farther. You said people were talking about why, if it's a no DQ match, why did Becky have to come in all covered up? And you talked about why you do want to do that, to take the excitement and the anticipation to the next level. They should have never done it in front of the referee, in my eyes.
Yeah.
Just because it's a no DQ match doesn't mean you have to do it in front of the referee. That just gives the boys the liberty to be a little lazy and do it in front of.
Right.
But whenever you can do it behind the referee's back and still make it look like you're cheating, it's going to mean that much more. So if the referee was down in that moment of time, or the referee was distracted for that moment in time, and then the nut shot behind the referee's back instead of right there, you get even more mileage out of that situation.
Yeah. And as you're speaking, I was piecing it together, adding it in there. You're taking 2 go-to-sleeps. On that first one, you take it and your head bumps into the ref and you still bounce off the rope and you still get the plenty of like, hey, she may be running from really far away. I get to load him up, do the 360, look around and yell, go to sleeper, I hate you and your family, whatever the hell it is, then have it. And that's such an easy fix. But like we do get a little, that's not lazy, but it's the first thing you think of when you can, hey, every match otherwise you have to think harder, like how do I get this done behind the ref's back? That's a great call. It's even more heelish if the ref doesn't know you cheated and they can't even throw it out anyway. It's just one more step of like, damn it, these guys. It's more heat, believe it or not.
So we see Becky Lynch get involved and help her husband win. She gives CM Punk the nut shot, and now Twitter starts buzzing. Now the wrestling world starts buzzing, and they're throwing out a name that you know very well, that you had an association with in the past. They start talking about AJ Lee, the possibility of an AJ Lee return, teaming with her husband against Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, a power couple and a power couple. Do you think it's going to happen? Do you want to see it happen? Is it great for business? Can AJ Lee just come back after being gone for all this time and jump back in and perform at the level that the other 3 are at right now? AJ Lee, thumbs up, thumbs down on the idea?
The idea, huge thumbs up. We know how we are when it comes to like things from 5 and 10 and even 15 years ago. Nostalgia, everything in your mind is already better than it was because we look back to it. There's pieces of that where it's like beautiful. And there is something though, but 10 years out of the ring and having this possible little branch out that could bring her in, there's something about it. One, if I'm analyzing it and throwing every idea around my head afterwards, it's like, well, would they go right to this, or do we tease it, or do we let it go in its own direction and see if the crowds are chanting for AJ when Becky is talking today, this afternoon? Are they begging for it? Next week, are they going, we want AJ? I don't know. I think it could very well be that, but if you just, hey, there's association, I'm married and you're married, and even Seth saying, I hate you, I hate your family, that made me go, okay, they might be going to something here. Because I very audibly without a microphone was saying that. I go, they could be. But I love that anticipation. Don't just give it to us. Don't just say, well, I don't know if you got a lady friend that you would, like on the first day. Let's just see where it's going. Did Becky go, hey, tonight, my husband's entire team was gone and he was going to be screwed. I wanted to make sure we remained a power couple. Or is it, the man's been with him all along and we were waiting to the big reveal of I'm the 5th partner or whatever the hell it is. Let's see what that story is first. Let them dictate where you're going. And if it is leading to AJ, I would love for it to not be like, in 2 weeks, AJ returns, and you're like, or he's like, I'm going to find a partner. And you're like, okay, we know the deal. Let's let it simmer. Let me see what Becky has to say, what Seth has to say. And then we can get Becky, Seth versus Cody Brandy.
You talk about getting to this in an untraditional way, which is why I enjoyed the Christian and Cope reunion so much, because they are not just going to it, hey, the reunion of Edge and Christian, yay, we're so happy to see you back, rah, 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 sis, boom, bah. It didn't go that way. Here's the thing, they put their toe in the water last night, I think. Not really. They kind of did because we're speculating about it, but they didn't give us anything to speculate about. Like, did they say or do anything that made us go, oh, AJ Lee's coming back?
Right.
Other than the fact that we saw Becky help the husband, which which works within the realm of the WWE. They've acknowledged each other before, but they did not plant a seed in any way that, AJ Lee might be coming back, correct?
Yeah. Well, I have one little thing that was before they were going to the finish when Seth was getting the chair. He audibly, like, this is not microphone, and it could just be he's out of insults to Punk that he's yelling at him. But he goes, I hate you so much. I hate your entire family. I hate everything about you. And I went, for a second, I was like, that's something that you can say.
But is that enough to plant reasonable doubt?
No. That's just enough to where it might not even have anything to do with the story. But it was just an insult that I go, I don't really hear that often, so I wonder. That was it. They've said nothing. And by the way, Becky come out and go, I'm not even part of this group. I was watching my husband's ass just to make sure that we stayed the power couple. Later, Marks, and friggin' walk off. But I want to see what the explanation is. I want to see if she goes, we're not looking to do any intergender matches. We're not looking to do a tag match. No, we're calling all the shots. And I want to see, do we get the AJ chance? Does nobody do it? Is their story have nothing to do with it? And they want to see if the crowd will bring it into it. WWE's really good about that anticipation, that leading up, that big, scary, creepy walk to go, where are they going with it? I'm going to give it, there's been no genuine hints on TV. There's no buzzwords or no little secret things. I want to see if they'll call for it or even allude to it.
So I want to give you a hypothetical situation. Tonight on Raw, Seth and Becky tell Punk, you want a match? You got a match. You go find any woman you want, and we'll fight you next week on Raw or at the next PLE, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And Becky and Seth are standing in the ring, and CM Punk is standing in the ring, and the music hits, and it's Nikki Bella.
Oh, God.
And there you have it.
Right.
So they're in a position now where if they do an intergender match, it has to be AJ Lee, right?
Yes. And even if they're getting to it, WWE is really good at this aspect. Even if the plan is in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months to get to a tag match, they don't come out and say, like, hey, we did this all anyway. But Punk, if you got somebody that you can watch your back, like, they don't have to do that. We're already doing that for them. Let them even say something else, like have nothing to do with it. And if the crowds over the next few weeks are asking for it, now you've planted a fake seed to where they're begging for it. And now you go, well, we have to listen to the fans. And it's even that much better because you took a step as fans to lick that little carrot and go, is it this? Is it not? And they could even say, we're not looking to go to a tag match. We're doing some other shit. I know what you marks are all thinking. We're not interested. We're calling the shots here. And that might make it even more so. That's the best part of having those fans.
So to dumb it down, what you're hoping happens, what the WWE hope happens, is you now put Seth, Becky, and Punk in a ring, and you hope organically, without saying a word, we want AJ chance start to take over the arena. Yes?
Yes. And I don't even think you got to have Punk out there, but I would love to hear just the group calling the shots and Becky explains herself. And maybe that draws Punk out. And he goes, I don't care how many of you out there. She's like, no, not these guys. It's us. And you're like, okay. But if you don't get anything like that, I still think you're going to get an AJ chant when Punk interrupts, if that's the case.
So you think even without Punk out there, you can get the we want AJ chants?
Maybe. But Punk coming out to interrupt without saying anything other than I'll fight all, I think you genuinely can. Now, I don't base my entire life on Twitter. I know the deal, but I know everyone knows that relationship. And you have to remember, a lot of fans were born in 2000 out there. They don't know all the AJ lore. They don't know the story. They know, I think he's married to someone who used to wrestle. Okay, maybe they do. But young people might not be all in on ready for it. So I would you can get there, you can tease it. They don't even have to.
Okay, so I asked you about did they plant the seed? Did they tip their cap? Anything? You said other than Seth screaming out, I hate your family, yes. To Punk, there was nothing else. Now, on the post-show, Big E and Jackie Redmond were talking, and there was some speculation.
AJ and Big E on screen, and I believe in real life, genuine friends and things. And I don't even know if no one gave them any production notes, no one said anything, and you just said, hey, that just opens the door for this. Maybe that's the case. But now, genuinely, two people at WWE saying something, now we've definitely planted a seed, because that, even though 30,000 people are there and 100,000 people buy it or whatever the situation is, millions of people are going to see Big E and Jackie Redmond's comments and go, oh, they already planted a seed, whether it was on purpose or not.
From what you know of the WWE, is there any chance that Big E and Jackie Redmond just happen to, on their own, start speculating about AJ Lee?
My belief would be absolutely not on their own. I'm out of the system for 2 years now, but it would be to, hey, do me a favor, make sure Punk's married to AJ, right? Anyway, 3, 2, 1, just go.
Right.
Something subliminal, or like, hey, guys, maybe just post show, so you do a little speculation. Does this lead to something else? Does this lead to maybe Punk and his wife? It's like, hey, maybe.
So
it's planted in them, yes.
If you plant the seed on TV, like, all right, let me try to. LaGreca said that Corey Graves mentioned Natty enough to where he thought that was enough of a planting of a seed that we were going to one day get Natty and not Natalya. Now, that happened on TV while Natty was getting her ass handed to her by Becky Lynch. That seed for AJ Lee was not planted on TV. It was planted on the show afterwards. So is that part of the psychology of, oh, this is just post-game banter? We never said it on our show. Those two happened to say it at the desk as part of, ho, yay, what could go on? Wow, wouldn't this be great? So the WWE can always go, we never said you're going to get AJ Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And that's the best way to do it. You get things that might work and things that might, that's like conspiracy. There's like, oh, this kind of works here, but it doesn't work here. Like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And then having that, I'm telling you, that little video clip, or even if it's audio of Big E and Jackie Redmond, it's no matter how many people you think saw that pay-per-view and how great it was and sold out and all those pieces, 5 to 20 times or way more will see that clip or hear it, and then instantly you go, oh, okay, here we go. And then so now you've planted this seed without actually doing it, which makes it even more fun, because it's like, well, Big E said it. Was he supposed to? Well, no, he's just friends with her. It probably has nothing to do with it. Or maybe he was fed the line. Man, I don't know. And now the speculation continues, and it's rocking and rolling before anything is even said about him.